ladies and gentlemen, I'm just going to come on to show you, I don't know why I say that, I'm just going to come on. It's like habit. I'm going to show you how to make a really pretty bow, again using the bow template, and this is a sew bow, and all of the components on this bow are hand sewn, so if you don't like hand sewing, it's not for you. Now, the reason that I'm choosing a hand sewn project is because, you know, sometimes you might want to make a project that, you know, maybe for decoration, but, you know, you might want to wash it. You know, if you're making a cushion for your bed or something like that, or something pretty, or if you want to incorporate a bow on a piece of clothing or something like that, you might actually want to, you know, be able to put it in the washing machine. And if, you know, it's totally glued with hot glue, you won't be able to wash it, so you're able to keep it clean, and it'll get dusty and, you know, a bit dirty maybe, and then your project's spoiled. So for longevity and for cleanliness, sometimes you might want to be able to wash things. So I'm doing this as a sew bow. I'm going to use the template that I've made myself out of card. I've done a video on it. I don't know if it'll be uploaded before I've done this one or after, but I've got a piece of card and I've cut it the size that I want my bow, which is 4 inches, and then you do a small half-inch gap in the centre point, and that's all you do basically. So I'm just going to lay that in the centre, and I've got this beautiful embroidered tulle that I used to sell in my shop. Sold it couple of weeks ago, and I just saved myself a little bit as a treat. And then I've used this beautiful organza type ribbon with like a cherry blossom pattern on, and I've layered them one on top of the other. Okay, so I'm just going to find the central point, which is round about there, and you just lay it flat, and then you literally just put one crossover, one crossover, and that's all you do. Okay, cross it over, so you've got an X out of your fabric. Just check by eye that you've got the same more or less lengths at each side, because you don't want to be wasting your fabric or your materials. And then I'm going to use my pegs to hold it, which I've done a video demonstrating why this is useful. And then I'm going to sew it. So I've got my needle and thread doubled up so it doesn't snap, because this is a very fine woven materials, and we're going to want to pull it through tight. So we're just doing a running stitch. I'm just going to catch it in the lace like that. Just pull it first to make sure in fact I'm just going to go back through. So I don't want it to come undone. It is very fine woven. There we go. And then I'm just going to do a running stitch all the way up the middle. I don't know why that don't want to go through there. There we go. Just a little tiny running stitch. The smaller the stitches, the better, to be honest. But, you know, you don't have to be massively talented at sewing. Anybody can do it. You don't always have to just reach straight for the glue gun, especially when you're working with fabrics. And like I say, especially if you want to be able to wash them and keep them clean. You know. And cushions and things like that soon do get dusty, so do bear it in mind when you're making your projects, that things, not everything can go and be washed. I mean, I'd probably hand wash most things anyway, in which case if you used glue it may well stay together, but it's doubtful. I used to sew them a lot, as I've said before in other videos. I used to make hair bows, and obviously you want hair bows to be, and bobbles and things on clothing to be clean, so I always used to sew them. Okay. Just pull that through. Right, then you just start to pull it, and then you wrap it under whilst you're pulling, and then put your needle through the gap. Just start to gently pull that centre part together. Don't even know if I'm in shot. Just gently pull it, and then we're going to go back through the middle again, and it's just securing it so it will not come undone. It's important to use a good quality thread so it doesn't snap. Otherwise, there's nothing more frustrating than getting your bow all really nice and just how you want it, and then your blooming thread snaps. Right, so I've got that round, it's quite secure. So now I'm going to go through the middle. Now sometimes, if you've got, this is quite a slim needle, and depending on the thickness of your fabric, so that's in a knot, and then just do a little slip knot down the back. Like so. So it's not, sometimes you just have to go that extra mile when you're doing your projects if you want them to look nice. Doing things quickly is brilliant, but sometimes if you want things to just be that extra bit special, you have to go the extra mile. And the projects that look the best are the ones where ladies have taken time over things, and just that little bit more effort goes a long, long way and will turn you know, a nice looking project into something a little bit special. And it's those ladies' projects that everybody goes, wow, you know. And there you go. And without much manipulation, you've got a nice pretty bow there. Okay, double layered. Now I'm going to cut the tails off, and I'm going to count the scallops. 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's the 5th one. So I want them both cut in. You want it to be kind of even-ish. Doesn't have to be perfect, but even-ish, because this is nice fabric. This is not cheap or stuff that I'm using, so you want it to look nice. And like I say, if you just take that little bit of extra care over things, you get awesome results. Now what I've also got is, I've got various things that I can decorate this with. Now I have got some hand embroidered butterflies that my friend makes, which I could put on there. I'm not sure. And a little ribbon rose maybe, or one of these. See, that's pretty, but I don't know if they're sewn or glued together, because I don't want it to, yeah, they're sewn together. These little embellishments have been sewn, they're not glued. So I'm going to use one of these little tiny ribbon bow embellishments, and I'm just going to tack it on with a little tacking stitch. Again, I could glue it, it would be quicker, bam, I'd be done, but I'm going to take that little bit extra effort because I want to be able to put this on a project that I want to be able to put in the wash. So for 2 minutes extra time and extra care, I will be able to do that. Just checking, obviously, that your embellishment that you're using hasn't been hot glued together as well, because obviously otherwise that would fall to pieces as well. But these are actually sewn together with little tacking stitches, so it's alright. I'm just going to tack that on, and because I'm using the same colour thread as the lace, none of my stitches will show. So it doesn't matter if your stitching's not 100%, because nobody's going to be able to see it. Just do another couple of stitches. Like I said, it is a little bit more work, but hey, it's crafting, and if you want it to look good, you've got to put effort in. Just a little bit extra effort in. That's it. Right, I'm just going to go back through the back. My needle's not a very strong needle. Right, is that on straight? and then I'll just fasten it off at the back with a little stitch, and that ain't going anywhere. That ain't falling off. Cut that off, and there you go. Now that is pretty, and that will not fall to pieces should you need to wash your project. Alright ladies, thanks for watching, take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.